Warning! The following video may contain very graphical images and contents that may not be deemed suitable for minors above the age of 18. It includes graphical scenes of massive explosions with arms and heads getting blown apart, eyes getting gouged with blood splattering across the mustache. It may also contain some scenes of naked women with extensively huge mole on their nipples. Ever wondered how you can ramp up your stake of survival in DBD? Always dying in games? Spending too long to find another player to heal you? Boon totems taking too long to summon? Self-care too long to heal your injuries? Can't find a totem for your inner healing ability? Killers tunneling you for an eternity? Making big mistakes in your life choices? Feeling insecure because the killer is magnetically attracted to you no matter where you go? Worried about the circle of healing nerf? Well, guess what, nerds? If you are watching this video, you are probably one of the luckiest person alive. Introducing Pharmacy, the right perk that you are looking for. In a nutshell, TLDR, Pharmacy cures blood loss by providing you with an emergency medkit, greatly boosting your sense of security by reducing anxiety, depression, the chances of getting cancer, coronavirus, AIDS, infertility, polio, ADHD, insomnia, stitches, erectile dysfunction, runner fatigue, disappearing fathers and many more. I don't even know what this means. What it does is just as what the name suggested. Pharmacy. What do you get when you go into the pharmacy? That's right, baby. You get a hot chick or a nerd man attending to your pharmaceutical needs. But that's not exactly the point. So, how do we use this? It's easy. All you gotta do is to look for a chest box, open it, and that's it. Don't believe me? Here are some feedbacks from our happy customers.
My life has been a lie before I knew about pharmacy.
Where's my interview script?
After using it, the relationship with my husband has improved.
How so?
Because of the improvement in our sex life. Hey, I'm laughing. Oh shit, it's an interview. I gotta be serious. Come on, Becky, I can do this. I have no context, just like I dress myself, because they told me that I would be able to earn some quick cash by doing this interview, and I needed it because my mom got caught doing drugs with some dude in the alley, and now we're a dipshit to bail her out.
That's all for today. Steve Harrington will now demonstrate the power of pharmacy. We first start off with a floating team with a floating David, followed by a levitating Kate, which Steve idolizes her by poking at her knee. A good rule of thumb is to look for a chest box right immediately after the start of a trial.
But sir, how do I find a chest? Sometimes it's difficult to locate it as much as locating my father.
Fret not. The simplest, most straightforward way is to find a basement. Hence, you gotta do it immediately at the start of the game. Because sometimes, your teammates may access the basement boxes out of desperation to find a medkit for healing themselves. Make it a discipline. No matter what happens, even if Michael Myers is stalking you, you still open your chest. Basements are usually located underneath a structure, either the killer's shack or the main building. Because it doesn't make sense to have a basement out of nowhere in an open space, right? Except if you are playing indoor maps or maps like the game or the Temple of Purgation. Then you will have to head over to B3 instead of B2. But please do not be mistaken. Pharmacy is not a one-size-fits-all flawless solution for everything. What pharmacy doesn't do is countering Franklin's demise. It isn't unlimited. It is inefficient against the plague. It doesn't pay your school loans, reduce economic sanctions, combating fresh grad unemployment. But with the right perks, you can still make up for the flaws. Typically, some of the perks that I like to complement with pharmacy are Built to Last and or Ace in the Hole, as well as Streetwise. There are many sets of perks that you can mix and match with this. I typically separate it out in two different categories, mainly a defensive build or an offensive build. For a defensive build, it's more for your own survival, hence I'd like to use, as I had mentioned before. I mentioned the perks earlier, didn't I? Were you paying attention? Let me test you. What are some of the perks that I'd like to complement with pharmacy? A. You forget. B. You forgot. C. You've forgotten. D. You don't remember. You have failed the test because you have such short attention span. Therefore, the video will end here. I lied. So, for a defensive build, we have builds that would be able to ensure the survival of your medkit for a longer period of time. However, with Ace in the hole, it's also an additional gamble. At times, you may have very rare add-ons like the Styptic Agent and or other various add-ons that may increase or decrease your chargers. Then, we have Streetwise, a teachable perk from the entity itself, which has been self-acclaimed to be able to slow down your item's depletion by 25%, which is a quarter, and that's technically quite a lot. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the usage of the medkit with the same add-ons both with and without the use of Streetwise. We also have Built to Last. Remember when I talked about how pharmacy is not effective against Franklin's demise? Well, Built to Last is basically the solution to your migraine. In the event that you drop your medkit thanks to Mr. Franklin's death, you can always pick it up and replenish it with this perk once it has been depleted. But the replenish rate will diminish as you refill your charges after each use. I do not really recommend this if there are people using Franklin's demise anyway. But none of these matters if there's the Hermai effect. Now, let's watch some Steve Harrington in action with Bing Bong Boy. Steve plays hide and seek with Bing Bong, using his play hard to get card. Bing Bong struggles to catch Steve in the right spot, mainly because Bing Bong doesn't have pharmacy. But where did Bing Bong go? Psych! Bing Bong then catches you off guard by reappearing in front of your doorstep, reminiscing the return of your long-lost father after a century, when you have already settled down with your imaginary wife and kids, establishing a successful Twitch stream career of 5 views on an average session. I don't need to tell you how this pans out. As you can see, we have no gen left. How effective. That's the difference with pharmacy, even though it has absolutely nothing relevant to the speed of gens being completed. Steve does some intensive jumping jacks on the hook to stretch and warm up his muscles in preparation to run away from his responsibilities with Nancy Wheeler. On a serious note, who in the right mind unlocked the gates? I'm pretty sure uncivilized players like that don't use pharmacy. Please, do not learn from them. Another good rule of thumb for newbies, when the gens are all completed, please, I beg of you, get pharmacy at once. Superwoman Kate comes to the rescue. She does a quick dance with Bing Bong between pillars before taking a step on her back just as she unhooks poor Steve, followed by a quick dash away from the danger zone with a watermelon titties, dodging the hit from Bing Bong just like how a birth control pill dodged you from a lifetime of mistake in a nightstand. Steve quickly runs across the land to save Fang Min since the opportunity has already presented itself, while holding his lungs and heart in place by reassuring himself that he has pharmacy. They quickly healed each other up before heading back to Kate. Look at Steve, exhibiting strong confidence in saving his teammates thanks to pharmacy. All in all, pharmacy is a better alternative if you mean self-care, although it isn't unlimited, but it trims down the duration of your self-heal greatly, which puts more efficiency for you and your team. With that in mind, believe me, on average, you usually won't use your medkit for more than twice or thrice as long as you aren't toxic. If you require more than twice to thrice of your medkit, then you can probably finish the entire Game of Thrones by the time your game ends due to whatever reasons. Besides, it improves your sex life, so why not? I'm sorry if you are still single and a virgin. Well, me too. Thank you for watching. Please consider a like or subscribe if you enjoyed the content in this video. Wait, you wanna know what happens to the match after this? Okay, fine. You ask for it. Thank goodness it's not November. Look at Steve and his jiggling sexy man bod. Imagine how many women would have given up the No Nut November challenge just for the sake of his rear, especially since he has equipped pharmacy, displaying strong confidence like a true man doing what he needs to do, saving his team and protecting them with whatever it takes. However, even with pharmacy, is he ever going to make it out of the trial alive for the next season of Stranger Things? Come on, Horsey, you gotta ramp up the power. The diesel ain't gonna pump itself. Thanks to Putin, we can't get good fuel. I should have listened to my mom by getting Dead Hard instead. Who in the right mind uses pharmacy anyway? For real now, the video ends here.
More of such content coming soon. Bye.